and welcome to a new save. I've already done this once. I took Wrexham to within. Well, I drew level on points with Manchester City in the Premier League. We both got 91 points, and they beat me by 6 goals. So rather than persist with that, I've decided to start again. The yellow suit is gone, and I've been replaced with an out-and-out Welsh suit now. See? So let's crack on. So the objectives for this are use the academy, sign Welsh players, and we want to do that. Don't want to do that. We want that every month because that's annoying as hell. Right. So we want to go that one, that one, that one. There we go. Right. Oh, if I decline to... Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Right. So, Wrexham squad. What have we got? Rob Lainton, by far the best goalkeeper in the National League. Stats-wise, not the best looking, but reflexes 14 is fair. His command of his area is far better than 8. Communication 12 is fair. Aerial reach of 13 is fair. Some of his mental stats are ridiculous. He's a much better goalkeeper than that. Should be playing in League One. This is the after the winter update. So of course I get Ollie Palmer, who is an absolute beast. 196 centimeters, 18 strength, 15 jumping reach, 12 finishing. This is a, what would you say, borderline championship level striker. Maybe. It's just the pace that lets him down. But yeah, work rate, teamwork, determination, they've got all that spot on. And to be fair, I think he's rated pretty well. He is actually quicker than that. When he gets going, he is fairly rapid. So, other highlights. Bryce is a very good young player. So we're going to need, because we can only sign Welsh players and use academy players, we're 100% going to need to develop these as much as humanly possible because I'm going to be relying on them. And of course, the legend that is Paul Mullin already. Unbelievable player. Work rate. I've in many years of watching Wrexham, he works as hard as anybody I've ever seen up front. He's ridiculous. So to give him 12 is daft. His finishing 15, that's about right. His composure is much better than 9. His concentration is much better than 9. He's somebody who sees things that nobody else sees. And some of it's fair, but those are the things that I would have given him better. And his crossing is very good as well. 8 vision. He sees things that nobody else sees. 8 vision is daft. He should have 15 vision. Maybe I'm biased. Okay. So, and Callum McFadden's a new signing as well. Left-footed, left wing-back, which is brilliant. So let's build the... Oh, and of course, Tom O'Connor is new. Where's Tom O'Connor? 22-year-old Irish under-23 international. Has a ridiculous free kick on him, I'm told. 11 on this. Yeah, very well-rounded player. Easily League One level player. Potentially maybe Championship level. So we're going to be relying on these a lot. And James Jones, who was a beast on the when the game came out. and was absolutely fantastic on my last Wrexham save all the way to the Championship, is also a very, very good player. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll load my custom tactic. There we go. Something like this. So we've got, I think that suits Luke Young quite well because he's not got much pace. Could also go, in fact, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go for this. What does O'Connor want to be? Ball winning midfielder. Don't like that. We'll go with defensive midfielder, defend. No, defensive midfielder, support. So we're going to be attacking these teams mostly. I'm tempted to go with James Jones as a box to box. And then, in fact, we'll swap James Jones over there. We'll go with James Jones as a box to box. And we'll go with Jordan Davis as a Mazzala on attack. Where's Jordan Davis? Where's Jordan Davis? Where are you, Jordan? There he is, Jordan Davis. There we go. Another absolutely brilliant young Welsh player in real life. Will end up playing for Wales, I'm sure. They've criminally underdone Jordan Davis. He's a miles better footballer than that. He's 22, so he will improve, but it's very sad that they've got that wrong. His free kick taking is as good as anyone I've ever seen play for Wrexham. Darren Ferguson had a wicked free kick on him. Right. So that's what we're going with. Ollie Palmer is a typical. He's either a target forward or you'd play him as a pressing forward. We want Paul Mullin as an advanced forward, I would say, rather than a pressing forward, because we just want Paul Mullin to put the ball in the net. So let's play Ollie Palmer, I think, as a pressing forward. Or shall we play him as a target forward? Yeah, let's use him as a target forward on attack. So we'll change these to wing backs because at this level they're not going to be really all that good at getting forward. And of course, one massive weapon we have in this team is they've downgraded him. He was 20. Have they watched us this season? Ben Toz's long throw it needs to be seen to be believed. It is ludicrous. You can hit aircrafts with it. Like, if Elon Musk's looking for something to take spaceships to the space station, the moon, Mars, you should just get Montosa to chuck it there because he can throw that ball so far. Right. So Hayden and Lennon, again, are very good players. Especially Hayden, who is criminally underrated there. Tackling 8 is ridiculous. Passing, to be fair, the passing it's probably fair, but you know he is a championship level. If you watch him in real life, he's a championship level centre back. He isn't a physical monster. Hayden, he'll out jump, he'll out tackle you, he'll out sprint you. He's his composure and his concentration are the things that were letting him down at the beginning of the season, but he's sorted that out now. He's been fantastic. But yeah, I suppose if they made, if they made a lot of these players with like 20 determination or whatever work rate, a lot of these Wrexham players should be getting 15s and 16s on the work rate determination. I suppose it would make them a bit overpowered for the match engine, I suppose, because you want the levels to be right. I suppose we need to put Jordan because he's set as a left winger, although he hasn't played as a left winger since I think he was at Brighton. We're going to have to set him to Mazzala on attack, which is where we want him to play, and we're definitely going to get him to work on his finishing. Jordan Davis, I believe, has scored 20-something goals this season. 5 finishing. Okay. I hope they get that. They fix that next season, right? So finishing. I think we'll try and get him to blast it because he can't finish. No, forget that for a minute. Right. Additional focus. Finishing. Shooting. We'll leave the player traits for now. Mullin, we'll get him to work on quickness. We're going to need Mullin for many, many years because I can only sign Welsh players. So he's going to be vitally important that we make sure we keep him. What's he got? Comes deep to get ball. Well, places shots would be a good idea, wouldn't it? There we go. Ollie Palmer, is it worth working on his quickness at 29? Probably not. I think we'll leave Ollie Palmer. McFadden runs with ball down left, runs often with ball. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really want to change that. Bryce hasn't got any. So let's change this to... I think we'll try and maximise his crossing. I'm not really... As a defender, he's pretty good. Strength is a weakness. Should we do strength? Let's do strength on Bryce. And in the gym, Bryce. Right, where's your strength? There we go. Right, and we want to go dribble down right on a regular basis because we want to get the ball in from the wings mostly, and Jordan Davis will help with that as well. And we want to be solid in the middle here. What have they done with Max Cloworth? Out of interest, where's Max Cloworth? Because he's played most of the games this season and he's been absolutely outstanding. So have they upgraded him in the winter patch? Yeah. Oh, they definitely have. Yeah, Max Cloworth is interesting. There's obviously a Welsh play, which helps. Hello, Adam. Yeah, no, they don't. But one of a friend of mine, he does the commentaries for Wrexham. He used to do the player ratings for them, and he told me that it's to do with the levels. You know, like you'll get marked down just simply because you're at a lower level. But yeah, he's an amazing young player, Max Cloworth. He's played, I think it must be about 20 odd games this season. He's starting every game at the moment for Wrexham because he needs to be in the senior team, lads. Well, they've added some as well since the update. Let's have a look. Reports. He's not too bad. Dan Davis in real life. I think lots of Premier League clubs wanted Dan Davis. I'm going to put him in the senior team as well. Yeah, I know. Well, the perfect example of that, Adam, is this guy. There's Aaron Hayden, right? This guy, I mean, you can see they know he's good, but he's pace-wise, he is absolutely rapid for a centre-back. He's, how quick is right? So we've got 11 pace for Hayden, right? If we go to Phil Jones, the Man United centre-back, Phil Jones, what have they given Phil Jones? Because I bet you it's more. He's lightning compared to Phil Jones. All right, I can't see because of the thing. Between 9 and 15. Hayden would beat Phil Jones in a running race every time. It's daft that he's only got 11 pace. He's much, much quicker than that. But the thing is, if we get promoted this season, we're 1 point off the lead now, with 3 games to go. We'll see all of these players, because I would imagine the squad will be virtually the same for League 2 next season. We'll see all of them players get a big upgrade. But anyway, and on FIFA, I think. But Wrexham have been added to FIFA this year because of the owners and whatnot. The owners did an advert for them, but not a lot of the Wrexham players on that have got virtually they're like low 50s, low 40s. So Football Manager's more realistic, I suppose. Right. So what are we doing? What's our schedule? That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Right. Okay. You don't need to arrange any friendlies then. I think I'm gonna because I'm already in a situation where I'm pretty much gonna go up because Wrexham is such a big beast in this league. I'm going to concentrate on developing the young players that I've got. So Cloworth has to. I'm going to play Cloworth instead of Lennon. In fact, he's set as a fullback. He's not a fullback. So we want him central defender, wide centre back, defend, and a trait for him marks tightly. How does that not suit him, Steve Parkin? Just do it. Right. So tactics-wise, let's just set up the corners and whatnot. So attack, stick, set piece takers, corners. Oh, Tom O'Connor's got 14 corners as well. By the way, Dave Jones is still listed as a player. Dave Jones is from Wrexham, and he's had a bit of a beast of a career. I believe he was in Wrexham's academy many years ago. How do I look at his? Yeah, I don't know. Not a clue. Where's Dave? Where's Dave Jones? Dave Jones. Where are you, Dave Jones? There we go. Right. So Dave Jones was a Wrexham academy player who got pinched by Man United. Ended up playing, I think, in the League Cup for Man United. Then went on to play for Derby, Wolves, Burnley. He played in the Premier League for a number of years. But he came to Wrexham at the beginning of the season. He's 36. He hadn't played for a year because of COVID. And he played one league game and got sent off within 5 minutes because he physically couldn't run. And he was literally just pulling people over. I've never seen anything like it. For such an experienced player. And ever since, he's just been on the coaching staff. And they've just decided it's better you don't play, Dave. Because he's not up to it anymore. It's a bit sad he's only 3 years older than me. He's past it. I'm not far off. Right. Ponticelli, we want to start, yeah. Dibble, French is a good backup. Luke Young should be playing, really, but I prefer Tom O'Connor in there because he's obviously got levels to go to. He's such a good player for the for the conference. It's ridiculous. He's going to be amazing. Dior Angus is a typical conference striker. So we want Ponticelli and Angus as backup strikers, I would say. McAlinden, I mean, this is insane. This guy is the only thing. McAlinden isn't the best technical footballer, and he plays as a wing back mostly. He can't defend. But he absolutely does his absolute best every time he plays. He's like a puppy chasing a carrier bag. He never stops running. They call him 3 Long Liam, and they're giving him 8 work rate. I mean, they're giving 15 determination and 8 work rate. Whoever did that, I haven't got a clue. But he's basically unusable. Jake Hyde is going to be basically unusable as well because he's been injured all season. He's got terrible injury problems. But If I could, I'd sell him, but he's only just come in on the game, so they won't let me get rid of him. I'd like to give Dan Davis some time because he's left-footed, I believe. Yeah. So we need to train him as a left wing back. And then we will rotate him for McFadden, who's going to be the senior left back. So he's a backup centre back. Reece Hall Johnson is the backup right wing back. Dan Jarvis has got levels, actually. He could improve a lot. I think we'll put him in over there. Right, Brisley has barely, he's a decent backup. Has played, I think, about 60 minutes for Wrexham all season. It's just disappeared off the face of the earth. So we're not, and he's 31. So seeing as I can't sign anyone other than Welsh players, I'm going to phase him out and get rid of him as quickly as possible. Jamie Nash is a good young striker in real life, either footed but nowhere near ready. So I think I'm going to loan him out, seeing as I've got good options. See if someone will pay his wages. Because although we're rich, money doesn't grow on trees. Dave's not going to play. He's a coach, but I don't want to piss him off by moving him to the under-23s. Stipiak is a backup goalkeeper. We'll move into the reserves. Ryan Austin, we will put in the reserve in the under-18s team. Mountfield is nowhere near good enough. We'll move him to the under-18 team. Connor Ross has got some fairly decent attributes, so we'll keep him there in case. Keep these here in case we need any rotations because of injuries. So, so what do they want? Play entertaining football. I'm Tim, not a problem. Work within wage budget. Where are we on that? Because we're going to have a big wage budget. That's fine. God, we're loaded. Thank you, TikTok. Right. Work within budget. Promotion by winning the league. Shouldn't be a problem, to be honest. This season, I'm anticipating a fairly easy journey, to be honest, and then it's going to get increasingly difficult as I can only buy Welsh players, which shouldn't be a problem really until the Championship, and then it's going to be like hell. That's a long way away, and I do have Paul Mullin, who's going to be an animal for the next 6 years. So, right, that's fine. So accept that. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at staff. So all my coaches are done. We need to maximise what we can do in the academy. So we're going to need to bring in a director of football, 3 scouts that are literally just going to be looking for Welsh players, recruitment analysis, and a loan manager. And unbelievably, Wrexham can't actually have a doctor. I had this last time. Wrexham do have a doctor. Why haven't you fixed that? Anyway, right, so staff search, staff role, recruitment. Is it a director of football we needed? I forgot. What are we doing? Staff, director of football, yeah, so let's do that. Staff role, recruitment, director of football. And you want judging ability, don't you? So, John Ward, English 70. This is going to have to be upgraded every year. I mean, he knows Liechtenstein and Switzerland, not Wales. He knows England, not Wales, which isn't good. Nope. Nope. Let's add condition. Where is it? Scouting knowledge level, Wales at least 80%. Anybody standing out? What about 60%? No. Okay, for this season, we'll go with this dude because he only won a 1-year deal. And I don't mind paying you. Oh, I can't. Why does he want £1,300 a month? He's dreadful. You're having a 1-year deal, mate. You're not having a 2-year deal. It's not happening. Right, fine. Sod you then. Oh, you're rubbish. And there's got to be. I mean, it will go up, won't it? So let's try. Let's go down to 40%. You're not. Let's just go for you if we can afford you. Oh, you only want £450. Then again, you might want more to be a director of football. So have a look. Yeah, you do want more. How's about that? No. Damn it! Right. Oh, he was the outstanding candidate, really, wasn't he, as well? Whoa, he's been around the world, hasn't he? It's not going to do me any good because he's. I'm only looking for Welsh players. Tried them, haven't I? You wanted too much money. You're absolutely shite. Nathan Trawley. Oh, do you know what? 1 year you'll do. You're affordable. Oh, come on. There you go. Finally. Right. What else did we want? Scouts. Remember any scouts? Scout. Staff search. Magic this. Scout. Oh, you keep coming up all the time. You've already rejected me once. You'll do on a 1 year. No, you're not having that. But you can have 400. All right. £400 a week. Right. Okay. Just for a year. And I'm going to leave it. Oh, I need a head. I need a chief scout as well. What about this guy? Seeing as I've got some money, yeah, this guy will do. Chief scout. Remove that. Go to that. That'll do. £8,000 compensation's nothing because we're loaded. Alrighty then. So, Armour, Mullen, Davis, Jones, better. Right. And these three need to move to the under 23s. Under 18s rather. Okay. I don't want that. Can I not cancel it? Oh god. Right, I'm just gonna staff responsibilities overview. I'm going to delegate that for now. Set that up. And yeah, we don't want a meeting, thank you. Right, lots of people want Jamie Nash. 100% of his wages, yes please. So where's he going? He's either going to Nuneaton or Leamington. I think I prefer him to go to Leamington. But we'll see where he goes. So, we go. Code of conduct, Ashley parking confirm. Dynamics is a complete and utter waste of time. I will introduce myself to the squad. So I'll do to here. Good account of the FA Cup because it really doesn't matter at this stage. Okay. Start playing the friendlies after this. Right, home, my profile. Oh, we'll leave that for a little bit. Okay. Staff responsibilities overview. Staff. Take control. Confirm. We've got any other staff that we've got to recruit with. Look, Les Reed was technical director. Oh yeah, he is, but we're not allowed one for some reason. Great. Medical staff. We may as well have another physio as well. Staff search. Seeing as we've got the money to do it, we're not signing anybody. My understanding of it is Wrexham's physio is the Republic of Ireland international physio, who shares the job between Wrexham and Republic of Ireland. I mean, is it just literally physiotherapy that's the important thing here for physios? We all do. Right. So there's my rubbish director of football in. That's my rubbish chief scout in, but we'll get rid of them and change them up as we need to. Scouting wise, we want to set up a scout priority. Alright, we'll give it a minute until all the scouts are in and we'll deal with that. Pretty sure Wrexham do have scouts. Quite a big football club. Dior Angus is injured already. So I'll just put Dave Jones on the bench. He's not going to get a look in later on in the season. Be one will definitely be replaced at the end of the year. And it's fine. For these, we're just going to put on key highlights and just make sure that things are working as they should do. Oh, the other thing I need to do, of course, set pieces, long throws. We've used the long throw of certain doom, as I call it, with Ben Tozer. So if we put our set piece takers, why is that? I've already done this. O'Connor. Jordan Davies. And long throws, definitely Ben Tozer. McFadden can do a long throw as well, which is interesting. And we'll put Tyler French as a sort of backup and Harry Lennon as a sort of backup long throw as well. So throw-ins there to two wing backs back, which will change to one if it's McFadden, but Tozer's going to play virtually every minute of every game. We'll stick a striker around the back in case it gets flicked on, and we'll leave you there, I think, and then Tom O'Connor can lurk there. Right, so we'll go long. Centre backs at the near post. Strikers kind of lurking around the back. Where's Tom O'Connor? Tom O'Connor. Where are you? There. You lurk. You get in there. You come back here. You come back here. And James Jones, just go there. There we go. And that. Do I need to talk to them? Yeah, whatever. No, not asked. We're going with what we've got. We've got more than enough. We don't need to sign anybody year one. We'll save our money for signing Welsh players as we go through the Football League. That's my physio. It should stop silly injuries happening. Right, so my first proper friendly. Let's have a look at the tactic. Oh, hang on. What's happened? I think I left that on by accident. Responsibilities overview. Staff. Oh yeah, it should be matches friendly, shouldn't it? So I'll take control from now on. What was the score? Yeah, 1-0 at Telford. Nobody got injured, so no harm done. Tactics. Positive. Overlaps. Do we want to? Yeah, I think we want to do that, to be honest, as well. I think because we've got Davis on the left, we'll focus play down the left more than the right. Run at defence, more expressive, higher tempo, more direct, which is essential when you've got Ollie Palmer up front. And we'll change that up to that because we're going to be in control of most games. Counter press, distribute quickly, and we can distribute to fullbacks as well. Out of possession, it's fine. I think as long as Paul Mullin stays fit, we won't have a problem. He's an absolute killing machine, or was the last time we did a Wrexham save anyway. And James Jones is amazing as well. And since the last update, Wrexham added McFadden, O'Connor. Let's just wish this lad well. McFadden, O'Connor and Palmer, who are three excellent players. The recruitment Wrexham are doing in real life is unbelievable for a conference team, considering where we were last season. It's like, it's unbelievable. All of them have been superb. Mullin's been absolutely unreal. Palmer, since he's come in, has been an absolute revelation. McFadden, who people were a bit unsure of because he's had some personal issues and stuff in the past, has been absolutely fabulous as well since he's come in. He got injured in the last game, and we're going to miss him if he's injured for any meaningful amount of time. But he's been super. And Bryce Hosanna, who plays right wing back, has been injured for a bit. Missed a thing there. But he's going to be a super player. You can tell already. We got him from Leeds, but either nothing or next to nothing. But he's going to be really good as well. So if Wrexham go up this season, I'm pretty convinced that we'll end up bouncing straight through League 2 into League 1. Which, size-wise, I would say that's where Wrexham should be. Being in the conference for 14 years, it was caused by owners behaving badly. It was nothing to do with the football team, the fans, or anything. It was just diabolical owners that did what it did to it. Like the stadium at the moment, we've got the Cop stand, which is where I used to stand as a little kid. which was an all-standing standard rails, like the old-fashioned ones that you don't see anymore because I suppose they're dangerous now or whatever. It was brilliant in there. But that stand at the moment's got a big banner across it, and with sponsors on it and whatnot, because it's been sort of condemned, they can't use it. But the owners are going to be building a brand new 5,000 seat rail stand. So then suddenly Wrexham will end up going from a capacity of about 10,000 to 15,000. And we're filling it at 10,000. So if we can fill it at 15,000, I think that would probably be the biggest attendance, certainly outside the Championship. You know, what do Portsmouth get? Must be something big. Portsmouth are a big club, but I believe our attendance is at the moment of about 9,500 on average. Are bigger than some Serie A teams. So it's all looking up. I may never have to manage Wrexham in the conference ever again after this season. 14 years in a row. I've been getting them out of the conference into the Premiership. I've never done a Welsh only save before, which I'm trying, but look at that long throw. It's absolute dynamite. Needs to be seen in real life to be believed that. He can absolutely launch it. It's like he's got a rocket launcher in his shoulders. He's boof. You can easily hit the far post, and not just on the dip. It's like, you know, it's still got its trajectory on it as it hits the far post. Why are we struggling with Farsley Celtic, lads? It's a bit concerning Hayden struggling a bit, seeing as he's an absolute beast. There we go. Speak of the devil. It's a good free kick. Yeah. I mean, like, they've the recruitment that they've done as well. The only one that hasn't really worked out is Jake Hyde, who hasn't even made my squad on this because his stats are criminally underrated. But I can see why they brought him in, because he's sort of a hard-working goal poacher, but just his fitness problems have been so bad. Like, we've got Harry Lennon as well. He's been basically replaced in the team by Max Cloworth because he's injured all the time. He looks a really good player. Like, he's quick, he's good, he's got a great recovery tackle on him as well. But the trouble is, every time he does the recovery tackle, his hamstring or whatever it is, the repetitive leg injury as goes. So he goes missing for months then. So I don't think he'll get a new contract. I think they'll jettison quite a few players if they get promoted at the end of the season. The key ones Wrexham need to keep, I think, are the two strikers who I'm about to substitute here. Aaron Hayden. Aaron Hayden strikes me as someone who should really be playing in the Championship because he's so good. Physically, he's an absolute monster. Like, needs to be seen to be believed at that level. Unreal. Lennon, Luke Young, Dan Jarvis, Dave Jones can have a run out, why not? And Hall Johnson for Bryce. There we go. But we're now 1 point off Stockport, and we play Stockport on Sunday, which is going to be the biggest game for decades. I think probably the biggest game I remember before this was literally 12 years ago, something like that maybe. You lose count when you're in the conference for 14 years, to be honest. It just blends into one horrible nightmare. No, it's not. We've got one after that. But Stockport are seriously, they're very, very nervous now. because we're just absolutely chasing them relentlessly. We both lost a game a couple of weeks ago, and everyone was like, "Well, Stockport are going to win it now." But Stockport look like they're really nervous. I watched them play Boreham Wood yesterday. We've got tomorrow, and I think we'll beat Boreham Wood. And they lost to Boreham Wood, and they've got Chesterfield, who are a decent team. They've lost their striker Schmanger. How good is Schmanger on this? That'll be interesting to see actually, because in real life he scored 24 goals, and he got injured 2 months ago. Paul Mullin has just caught him now. So Paul Mullin is like Jesus at this level. Schmanger, the Chesterfield guy, where is he? Where's Chesterfield? There. Where's Schmanger? That guy. I can't see his stats there because I've got the masking on. But you can see they're up to 1.7 million. That guy will end up, if he comes back from his leg break in a good state, he will almost certainly end up playing in the Championship. He's way too good. How he's ended up at Chesterfield, I don't know. If we would have signed him to be paired with Paul Mullin, we'd be on something like 120 points now. And we were linked with him at the beginning of the season because he was available on a free. He's ridiculous. He's a ultra fast. He's a bit like Jamie Vardy, in that he's just lightning fast. He gets in behind you and he just slaps it in the corner of the net. But he has had a really bad leg break, so he's probably not going to play again this season. So whether he'll come back, not quite the same, I'm not sure. But he'll end up getting a big team if he can recover from his injury. I know Middlesbrough wanted Paul Mullin before he came to Wrexham. They were definitely talking to him. So these top whack conference strikers, you'll find that the big teams will be looking at them. But the difference is, of course, Wrexham look like they're going to get promoted, and Chesterfield look like they're going to be staying in the National League for at least another year. So he'll end up getting moved, and I'm sure the owners can keep Paul Mullin with the money that they've got and all the sponsorship opportunities that we end up getting and whatnot. Expedia, TikTok. To put it into perspective, last season our sort of principal sponsor was Eiffel Williams Trailers, who are kind of a local trailer company. Yeah, Winger, I don't want him, I need to loan him out. But now it's, we're talking, I don't know if they sponsor anybody else, but Expedia do the shirt sleeve sponsorship just like they do for us with Liverpool. The Disney Plus documentary is coming out, I think, in a month or 2 months as well. That they've been filming for ages and ages and ages. If you think about it, if you've got a documentary with your team on it, with the shirts on it on Disney Plus, TikTok and Expedia are being seen by all those people who were watching that Disney Plus documentary. Yeah, he's good. How long have you supported Tottenham then, Adam? Have you supported them forever, sort of thing? Because I suppose it must be more difficult to actually catch the games over there, especially seeing as they put Man United on telly every opportunity they get, over and over and over again. So I remember going to a bar in Los Angeles when I went there, and it was Man United against PSG in the Champions League, and the bar was full of American Man United supporters, hundreds of them, all singing the songs and everything. I was amazed. Yeah, I don't even need to set the penalty taker. Mullin will just grab the ball himself. Oh, he's missed. Damn it, Paul. The year Bale left for Madrid. Oh, you missed Gareth Bale then. He was a monster. Have you ever seen the highlights of the game against Inter Milan? When Bale played against Adriano. Not Adriano. Was it Adriano? That right back. Have I got the right one? They had a Brazilian right back. I think he played for Manchester City at one point as well. And Garrett, and he was like, 80k. Maicon. Yeah, sorry, Maicon. He had him not just on toast. He absolutely tore him to pieces. Someone with about 2 million caps for Brazil, and he murdered him. And I'm pretty sure that's the game of Real Madrid when he's worth, what did they pay for him? 80 million, was it, or something? 90 million. Yeah. Unbelievable. But then, of course, they sold Bale, didn't they? And they got those 5 players, like Lamella was one of them. There were a few, and they all basically flopped, didn't they? Because all of them gentlemen put together weren't worth one Gareth Bale. The guy's an absolute monster. Well, was an absolute monster. His legs aren't what they were now. But he can still come up with them moments in a game where he just, like he did for Wales in the playoffs, he'll just go bang and score you a goal. And he gives everybody else confidence. And yet they absolutely despise him in Madrid, don't they? He's won 4 Champions Leagues. If a Wrexham player had been in our team when he'd won 4 Champions Leagues, he'd have statues built of him. Yeah, I believe in Canada, if you want to watch the Premier League. Now, bearing in mind here, you need Sky Sports, you need BT Sport, and you need Amazon Prime. You're talking hundreds of pounds a month to watch the Premier League in the UK. In Canada, I think there's a package of something like $6 or something a month, or $5.95 a month, and you can watch all the games. Ridiculous. But yeah, I watched a Man United match when I was in Florida. Is there a network called America or something? USA Network or something? I watched it on that. They've got like hello Maltese, you all right, pal? How are you? Who do you support, Maltese? Seeing you're from Salford. Yeah, USA, that's it. Yeah, I watched the Man United match on there, and I found it funny that they had they had a sponsor, a car sponsor for the first half, and a car sponsor for the second half. I think it was Mercedes in the. Okay, cool, no probs. They had Mercedes, I think, for the first half, and then they had Chevrolet for the second half. So every opportunity they get, they plug a sponsor in America. And I've watched, if you watch baseball as well and stuff like that, you like baseball, don't you? The game stops all the time, doesn't it? So it's easy for them to do it. But with football, 45 minutes of constant action must drive the networks mad. It's what Bolton. Another club that knows about terrible owners. Yeah, everyone supports United, don't they? They're everywhere. Yeah. How are Bolton doing at the moment? I've been too obsessed with Wrexham to actually notice. It's another big football club that shouldn't be where they are. They should be higher. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we know. You don't have to tell Wrexham supporters about shit owners. Nearly killed us, 14 years in the conference. The only reason Wrexham still even exists as a football team, the third oldest club in the world, mid-table League One. Well, that's not too bad, is it? Mid-table League One. Yeah, at least you've got some optimism for it. Because at one stage, I remember it being a bit dodgy with Bolton, wasn't it? You ended up having to play under 18s because you ran out of money. But yeah, Wrexham. We in the early 2000s we got promoted to League One, which is really where I think Wrexham as a football club should be. And then our owners basically saw an opportunity to try and turn the ground into housing. So they tried to move us to Shrewsbury as a ground share with Shrewsbury, so they could sell the racecourse ground and build houses on it. And they knew that that wasn't ever going to be Wrexham. They knew that they were killing it, but they would have got millions and millions of pounds for building flats on our stadium. So in the end, the terrible owners ended up running a massive debt up, and they owed HMRC millions of pounds, which the fans raised between them. I think I was about 12 or 13 at the time. They raised millions of pounds between them. Some people who I know put the deeds to their houses up. So if the club would have gone, bloody hell, devil. If the club would have gone bump, people would have lost their houses because the bank would have owned their houses. And then the trust has run it for 14 years with no debt whatsoever, but no real ambition whatsoever, because as soon as you start overspending in the conference, you just end up in a complete and utter mess. So they did a very good job. And now it's the owners that we've got now. It's I think it's like the universe correcting itself, because for all the pain and torture that we went through for all them years. Yeah, yeah. We're a big team. We're a massive fan base, which you see now because they're all coming back out to watch the team again. But yeah, we've now got owners that can take us not just back up to League One, but beyond that. They've just agreed to buy it off them. We had to do because I'm a season ticket holder. My brother's a season ticket holder. Whenever they make decisions like that, they always petition the season ticket holders first. So the season ticket holders are giving them permission. It doesn't really mean anything. They own it, to talk to the university about purchasing it. So, Rob Lainton out for 10 weeks. That's really bad. Yeah, well, I don't know how the university ended up buying it. The university purchased flats from one of our dodgy owners behind the ground, which now means that when we want to expand the race course, it's going to be a major problem, because we can't build on the ground that he sold to the university that the students stay in their accommodation. It's like sort of rows of accommodation. So you're talking millions of pounds. No probs. Yeah. But hopefully we end up getting back to where we need to be. And we can go on a bit of an adventure again, because for far, far too long, it's been a cycle of getting in 35 plus year old players, or 33 plus year old players, or players who are just literally conference players who'll never go any higher than that, with no long term plan other than getting through the season that we're in. And now we've got owners who can bring in players that can take us way beyond that, which is a miracle considering all the absolute terrible times we've had. I mean, there have been good moments in it, and we've nearly got promoted a couple of times, but it was never really going anywhere before the takeover and whatnot. And we get pelters for sort of selling out, but they didn't have to suffer all the years that we've had to suffer. Oh, Paul Mullins injured. We'll bring the young lad on, give him some game time. Yeah. Should beat Lex 5 or 6-0 anyway. But another interesting fact about Wrexham's owners: Lex means law in Latin. How did that go in then? I thought it went wide. Lex are a local Wrexham team that was founded by lawyers. I think they're quite old, about 100 years ago or something, if I remember rightly. And Wrexham used to own, I believe they used to own Lex's ground, so this ground. And one of our Skulldugger's owners sold it when they were there. So we used to own this as well. Yeah. I'll just turn this up, seeing as it's Lex. Get through it as quickly as possible. It's a good goal. Ollie Palmer is going to be an absolute beast at this level. As Wimbledon fans will know, because as soon as Wimbledon sold him to us, they've gone and we've gone. I think he scored 14 goals in 14 or 15 matches, I think, Palmer. He's been an absolute monster. And the other thing is the age demographic of a lot of the players they brought in. I mean, like O'Connor, who's Republic of Ireland under 21 international player, played for Burton, 22. Bryce Hosanna, who's a very good young player. Let me just, while I'm thinking about it, just change this actually, because he's not comfortable playing right wing back, even though Reece Hall Johnson played every game right wing back last season. McAlinden's a young man. I think he's 27. He looks younger than that, but the squad and the investment that Wrexham have put in, it should carry us for a good few years. I'm not even convinced in League Two, if or when we go up, that we need any players. Maybe one or two. I'd be quite happy to go into League Two with the squad that we've got, because I think there's a lot of teams in League Two who just sort of they know as long as they don't come in the bottom two, they're safe, and they've not really got any ambition to go up beyond that. So they just sort of coast. Whereas if you're in the conference, it is a knife fight. Every season, you are going to be in a battle to survive or to get out of it, because there's obviously no money at this level other than what money your club can generate itself. We'll just bring French on for a minute, I think. I don't want to risk Hayden. No, I sod it. We'll leave it like that. Bloody hell, David Jones. 36-year-old David Jones with an absolutely brilliant free kick there. Oh, Lex scored. It's embarrassing. You know when you sign a new player, plug them in. Yeah, I know. The whole, most of the squad are new players, but I haven't signed any of these myself. They're all original Wrexham players. I'm only able to sign Welsh players on this save now to give me a bit of a challenge, because usually, of course, like everybody else, you get into the Premier League and then you just go to Colombia and pick up the best wonder kids. Obviously, Brazil. Why? Find always have the best wonder kids, and you go from there. But Wales doesn't seem to produce monsters on this game. So whether I end up in sort of League One and just bounce around there, Colombia is always fantastic. Yeah. And because their league it has no money in it, they always end up being really cheap, don't they? Oh, look, Tottenham. Under 23s. You ever been to the UK, Adam? Yeah, that's the thing. As soon as you pick them up, you pay £1 million for them, and they literally, some of them go to 70 or 80 million straight away, just for being in the with the money of the Premier League and whatnot. It's like on Alice's save, you you just find that all the English teams, because of all the money in the Premier League, just end up in the finals all the time of the Champions League. It was in Manchester City she got, I think, wasn't it? Oh, losing Leighton for 10 weeks is going to be frustrating because Dibble isn't great. How have you been to Heathrow and not the UK? You changed, did you? On the way somewhere else? That didn't take long. Tottenham suck. Well, Tottenham under 23 suck. Oh. That's why you're doing a Bundesliga save. Yeah, I've been through Germany. I've been to Spain a couple of times. I've been through Germany, but I've never stayed anywhere in Germany. I believe it's a very nice country, Germany, and the people are friendly and whatnot. But yeah, you'd like it here. Maybe you could come and watch a Tottenham game in that bloody massive stadium they've got. Um, well, this is going very, very well. Well done. I think we'll give them the 90 minutes here and just get some minutes into people's legs now. I think we need to be dominant in matches or we're going to have some problems with the Dibble. Like that. Right, let's make some changes. And then Brisley, French, Angus, Ponticelli. That'll do, I think. It's very important I keep McFadden and Hosanna fit actually as well, because outside of that I've only really got young players. Oh, and well, Hall Johnson, it's pretty good as well. Bloody hell. Let's just waste some time. Save anyone getting injured unnecessarily. If we can win, all the better. There we go. Well done. Ryan Austin. No. Thank you. We may as well have high bonuses because I'm not going to be able to spend most of my money throughout this save because I can only buy Welsh players. I think the important thing is to get the academy up as quickly as possible. I'll leave it a little bit before I ask for it because they don't trust me at the moment. I've got to start winning football matches first. On my last Wrexham save, I ended up in loads of debt because of the stadium and buying Brazilian Wonder Kids. I can't resist Brazilian Wonder Kids. I see that 20 flare, I'm like, I've got to buy it. And then you structure the payments over 3 years, and if you structure the payments over 3 years for 5 deals, you suddenly realise that you've got no money after 3 years, and you can't sign anybody. So do you speak Spanish then, Adam? I did German in school. I can't remember most of it because obviously I've never had I never had a need to use it. But I know some words badly. Yeah. I butchered that team talk. It's only Kevin Druids. Yeah, I did Welsh and German in school. I wish you just had a choice of whether to do one of them, to be honest, because when you dilute it like that, you just don't learn enough. So I know Welsh phrases and Welsh words, but I can't really speak Welsh to in a conversation with somebody, and I know the odd word in German. Yeah, you need to speak it, all the time, don't you? Otherwise, you just forget. Paul Mullin battering Kevin Druids here on his own. What was it 3-0 after 12 minutes? It's a bank holiday tomorrow, so I'll probably stream tomorrow as well. Or what do you call them in America? Public holidays, is it something? I don't know why we call them bank holidays. I suppose it's because the banks are closed, but so is most other companies. Very good half that. Very good. Dan Davis, Dan Jarvis, Paul Johnson, French, Lanham, Brisley, Younglad, Angus, Dave Jones. Okay, no probs. Damn it. Clean sheet for Dibble. It's Dibble Welsh on this game. He was born in Manchester. That's interesting. Has Paul Mullin, by any chance, got a second nationality as Welsh? Because I know he sort of registered to play for Wales at one point earlier this season, or at least made himself available. Have they updated that? Yeah, they have. Huh. Look at that. Someone's paying attention. Well done, SI. Yeah, he got selected for an England C team and pulled out of it. Who came up with that idea? I don't know. It was basically like all non-league England players and um, the odd all Welsh players from the Cymru Premier were played a match, and the Cymru Premier lads battered the England players. It was like 4-0 or something. But Tozer, Hayden, and Mullin got called up for the England team for Wrexham, from Wrexham, and all of them pulled out because they had a game within a few days of the match. So obviously they would have got injured playing in a meaningless England C friendly. It would have been really bad news for Wrexham's season. Right, we go for. So we're going to be playing what? So we'll go for maximum allowed. Because we're going to be on top most games, so we want to stretch teams. Basford United. Where's Basford? I've heard of Basford. Let's look it up. Basford is in Nottingham. Oh, didn't know that. Yeah, nobody does those meetings, do they? Nearly there. I'll have to put some music on in future as well. I forgot. Come on, game. Nearly there. See to match. Yes, please. Hopefully they're starting to build some familiarity now. So when we get into the actual season, because Wrexham obviously had a lot of new players at the beginning of this year. How many of them are actually original Wrexham players that are playing here at the moment? Dibble's been here for 5 years. Hayden's new. Tozer's new. Cleworth was on loan last season. He's a Wrexham youth player. He's new. Bryce is new. Jordan Davis was here last season. Luke Young was here last season. And that's it. So all the others are new players. So you can't expect them to be absolutely amazing. And they are ability-wise, but you always have that thing on Football Manager where they're not quite clicking at the beginning. It might take a few games. It's a good goal. I think Leo Connor's going to be the MVP of this save. And Paul Mullin. Far too good to be playing in the conference. And hopefully he'll get better when I get back into the Football League. Because at some point I'm going to need these. I'm going to need these players for a long time because I can only use Welsh signings. So, and if my experience of the regens on this is going to be like it was the last time I did a Wrexham save, I think I had one usable one in 11 years. I think I did 11 years on my last save. So yeah, I had one good one, and all the rest were just trash every year. Even though I was pumping loads of money into the training facilities and the youth academy and everything. And I was constantly working on getting the best coaches and the best recruitment analysts and everything. It doesn't make any difference. It seems to be that Liverpool and Everton hoover up all the good young players. Should we give Tom O'Connor the full? Let's just try something a bit different. Let's do that. Yeah. I'm gonna need a plan B because if I need a goal, I'm gonna have to go more aggressive than I am. But I'm quite happy with the formation. I think it's what in real life Phil Parkinson bought the players to fit this system that I'm basically playing. And he's the game's got it pretty spot on with how good the players are and whatnot to play in that system. So we'll just stick with this. I think we'll score a lot of goals from set pieces as well because of Tozer's long throw and the fact that Leo Connor is an absolute monster at taking corners for the conference. So he's going to find Hayden, I would have thought, a lot. Yeah. Nearly there. Very good. So pre-season's looking pretty good. And now we do our first game in the National League. How many days is it? 10 days. I think we really need another friendly. I'll do it here. Here? No, here. Here. There. I'll do it there. And we'll do it against Cold Poet, who are my local team. Nope. Wait a minute, 9 days. Have I done it? What? What have I done? What have I done? Have I done it the day before the game? No. Sure, it said 10 days. Yeah, that's fine. And I can confirm Copoeth United do play in green and yellow, so they've got that right. I had a trial for Copoeth United once to play in goal, and they didn't want me. It's their loss. Squad numbers doesn't really matter. Has not brought anybody in. Go on, Connor Ross, you can have 14. Jamie Nash is on loan, so he doesn't need one. Okay. I mean, I could rip up the coaches and whatnot. I've got enough money, but I'm tempted just to sort of let it go for this season because everybody's new, so it's going to cost me money to get rid of people. So no, mate, I don't want to let Ryan Austin go on loan. Thank you. Nearly there. The other good thing about this save compared to my last one is, so I tried to stream my last save and it was, because it's obviously quite far in the future and I had lots of leagues loaded, it was just a nightmare getting between games. This time I only got, I think about 6 or 7 leagues loaded, because obviously I'm only signing Welsh players anyway, so it doesn't really make a great deal of difference to me. But I've loaded Germany and Spain and France and Portugal and Brazil and Argentina on view only, I think. What's the matter with Bryce? Because he's been put on strength training, but he bloody needs it, doesn't he? Tell him to get on with it. Steve Parkin. Right, Copoeth United at home and then Yeovil at home. I'd expect to beat Yeovil quite comfortably. We'll see. Training looks alright as well. But what we've got, turning wide, quick, yeah, it's fine. Right, here we go. Why have we not got anybody selected? What's going on? We have got people selected. What's it talking about? What's happening? Oh, have I got the under 18 selected? Oh, sorry, that's why. Quick minute. Oh, hang on. What? What's going on? Why is it? Has it got confused? Why is it? What's it doing? What's it doing? Why is it trying to make me play the under 18 game? I think the only thing I can do here is what's happened? My profile, staff, responsibilities, match. Steve Parkin. You having a day off or something, Steve? Alright, there's an easy solution to this. You do both, Steve. And we'll get on to the first game of the season. Right. And we won 4-0. It's fine. No one got injured. Which is why I don't like just letting the computer do the pre-season friendlies, because if Paul Mullin got injured because he didn't sub him on time or whatever, he doesn't even bear thinking about. I don't want to loan Ryan Austin out. Thank you. Please stop taking so long. Wrexham captain for the season. Now, in real life, Luke Young is the Wrexham captain, but Ben Tozer is the Wrexham club captain. So this is actually the wrong way around, but I'm going to keep it the same. Aaron Hayden will definitely end up being the captain when I get up into the height. Why is it suddenly... Steve, mate, it's your job, that. It's not my job. Why are you doing that? What have I haven't changed anything, so is that a bug? Responsibilities. Match. Leads under... Handles, touchline. I can delegate that to you because I've got known. Leads, team talks. I don't know. God knows what he's doing. There's no under 18 match before that anyway, so I don't care. Just get this first game with Yeovil out of the way. Come on. A lot of spacebar pushing on this game. Don't know if anyone's noticed that. Bloody worn out, that spacebar. Right. Sound assistant. Pretend. I'll just click all of the nice options. Who's going to win? Obviously Wrexham. Duh. Right. Oh, what are you Hayden's got a tight groin. So, Yeovil at home. Yeovil kind of a sort of middle of the road conference team in my experience of them in real life. Eastleigh are a poor team with an absolutely horrible attitude that will just come and kick the crap out of you. And their nickname is the Spitfires, which is why they've got that Spitfire on their badge. Wait a minute, game. Why are we trying to make me do the under 18 games? I don't want to do the under 18 games. This must be in staff settings somewhere. Responsibilities. Matches. Match day under 18. Takes charge of instructions. Well, that's already on. So what's it talking about? Scouting advice. Staff. What's it on about? Why is it doing this? Is that a bug? Because I don't want to do the under 18s match. Let's try and fix this. Hello, Tom. Hello. You're right. Oh, you're being a very good dog. You're being a very good dog. You're being very patient. It's a very good dog. High five. Dog. Good lad. Right. A little bit longer, Tom. A little bit longer. Right. Staff. Responsibilities. Match day under 18s. Handle touchline instructions. Leeds team talks. Leeds friendly matches. Match day Wrexham. Me. So where's this? What? Why? Recruit under 18 staff. It should be a match, shouldn't it? Manage team selections, recruit directors, first team staff settings, recruit under 18 staff, decide which coaching courses. Where is it? And how was it changed? Ah. Will that do it? Yeah, there we go. God knows why that was set to the way it was. Never seen that happen before. Right, first game of the season. Yeovil at home. Now, if they've got their maths right with the crowds, this should be somewhere over 8,000. If it's realistic. Right, so who do we want on the bench? Because we're going to have 5 subs. Because I can only use I can only buy Welsh players. I need to make sure I've got Don Davis on the bench, so I can develop him as much as I can. Reece Hall Johnson is a backup for right back. Need a midfielder. So we'll go with Dan Jarvis. Backup centre back Harry Lennon's good, and then we'll go with Dior Angus. That will do. Right. Right. First game of the season. Match we should be winning because it's bloody Yeovil. And we are Hollywood Wrexham. Let's do this. I'll just turn the sound on. Sorry if this blows your head off. Oh, we conceded after 5 minutes at home. What's going on? Is it Dibble? What's happened? Oh, a great goal, to be fair. I'm sure we'll be fine. Not aggressive enough. I'll do. Yeah, I mean, Jordan's got to learn that position as well, which isn't going to help us for a little bit. You just scored and I praised you and you're upset. What do you want? They scored a screamer, so I'm not exactly, losing my shit over that. Jordan's in. Chip him, Jordan. Oh, that's a good save. Don't think I'll set any opposition instructions. We'll see how the next 20 minutes go. McFadden's going to be a bit of a beast of this. Go on, Jordan. Oh. It's good defending. Pressure. Where's the pressure? No, it's a bit bad. I mean, with Dibble in goal, we are going to concede goals because they've been really horrible to him with the stats, and we've got Rob Lainton out for 10 weeks. Mullin, don't miss. Paul Mullin doesn't miss. Both the digital one and the real one. Top of the league. And Jordan's in again. The tactics are working. So Jordan, you should have had at least one here, mate. It's a penalty. Grab it, Paul. He missed one in pre-season. But Paul Mullin doesn't miss. He's going to score. He's going to put it right there on the left-hand side. He's put it the right way. And he scored. The keeper went the right way, but it's a perfect penalty from Paul Mullin. Lovely stuff. Doing brilliantly. Let's get some confidence going. Nice to see Clowith doing well as well, because I'm going to try and develop him. He's got some beastly potential since the update, which he has in real life. He's going to be an absolutely cracking player, Max Clowith, in a few years. Him and Jordan Davis, I think, will end up playing for Wales eventually. Whether they do on the game, I don't think so, but in real life, definitely. Johnny Williams can be in the Wales squad every week, well, every time it comes out, playing in League Two. So can Jordan and it wasn't offside, was it? So can Jordan and Max. Well, Brycey's injured, so we'll put Holsteiner on. I think we'll no, it's a bit early yet. We'll give it another 15 minutes, and we'll get the young lad on. Oh, red card, and I'll do it now. We'll put Dan Davis on for his debut, and we'll bring Dan Jarvis on for Jordan Davis. We can also now turn this down a bit to make sure no one gets injured. And I'll stick a little bit of time wasting on as well to save the legs. A good first game of the season. Look, other than their wonder goal, they've created nothing. We've got Mullin and Palmer on yellow cards here, so I better turn off, get stuck in. By the way, anyone who ever does a draft, don't ever put get stuck in on when you are drafting, because it is literally, they just turn into thugs and start wrecking people, like elbows and two-footers and whatever. It happens in every draft match you ever play with get stuck in on. It's crazy. I had one the other night and I had Higuain up front, who I think's got quite high aggression, and the ball come over and he was standing against the centre-back and he literally just went boom and tried to take somebody's head off with it. And there we go, 3-1. Good start to the season. Looking good. Paul Mullin destroying people like he does in real life. And that will do me. We'll just give everyone a day's rest. Hayden came through it well. Lainton's nearly back actually, which is fantastic news. Kwanway could do with going to the under-18s, going to be out for months and months. Nash should be in the under-18s, and all these should be available for the under-18s. I'm not sure how that actually works, to be honest, in the conference, but it's fine. And you should be developing, not going backwards, pal. Right, well, we've done pre-season and we've done the first match of the season now, so I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much to everybody who chatted to me. Very